Hi all, thought I'd try something new today. I finally got a better camera set up where it's going to be easier to do some things. So today I just feel like doing some art journaling. This is the art journal I've been working in. So I do some found poetry in it and I have a couple pages already gessoed here, set up. So I'm moving between, do I want to work in this book that I've been working in, or this is a smaller little journal that I made recently. I don't know if you can see that. It says stuffed crust. So it's made from a pizza box that I layered a couple times, and then I've gessoed this side and this side. So I need to decorate the cover. And then all of these papers in here, these are Amazon package packing papers. So they always, send you a huge box for like, a tiny little item like this big. They send you this huge box and then they shove it full of this paper, and I didn't want to waste it. I wanted to somehow reuse it. So I made this little journal out of it, and I've gessoed the first couple pages. So I kind of want, it has a much different feel than this. This is much stiffer. I've glued a couple pages together here to give it some stiffness, and it's bigger. This is smaller, and I haven't glued the pages together, so they're much finer. I might try further down in the book gluing some together to give it a little bit more thickness. But also yesterday I went to Michael's, which is like the biggest art store we have here where I live, and Michael's is really big in Canada, and I got all of this stuff for my art and journaling. And so I found some good stuff on sale. Like I got this giant tube of washi tape for like $10. So I love just using washi tape in my regular daily journal, just when I'm doing my morning pages and talking about what I want to do. I use it to decorate all the edges. I got this tape, which works really well. It was also on sale for $5 regularly, $9. That's all Canadian prices. But this tape, washi tape, that I like to use on like black pages, because it shows that much better. I finally bought myself some black gesso because I've been working so much with white gesso, and some artists that I watch on YouTube, like Unexpected Gypsy, she uses black gesso and it just looks so beautiful, and I really have wanted to try some black gesso. This is just some regular pretty flower stickers I got for my regular journaling. I finally got some eyelets to use. So one of the things I want to do on my the pizza journal, I'll call it pizza journal, is make a closure. So I have an eyelet that I can use with my punches, and I got this bag of ribbon scraps, Craft Smart ribbon scraps from Michael's, and this was only $2.50. So that's actually like a lot of different ribbons, and like so many different styles and colors, and the pieces are quite long. So I'm going to use some of these scraps to do a very beautiful bohemian closure, I think, on Pizza Journal. So I might do that today. I got just some basic acrylics because I'm out. I've been using dollar store acrylics, and I really just needed some thicker acrylics, just basic colors, so I can mix and match all my own colors when I paint. I got this to try. I've never tried this Mod Podge Ultra Spray On All-in-One Glue and Sealer, and because I've been with a lot of these pages, with my art journal pages, I've been protecting them in the end with a coat of Mod Podge, and it sometimes smears. That one was pen, but sometimes it smears the inks that I use. So I wanted to do this, because then if I think anything's going to smear, I'm hoping that this then won't smear, and I'll be able to get a good seal without smearing anything. So we're going to try that. This is my favorite little glue pen for journaling. I'm out, so I had to get another one of those. Same with tacky glue. I use this to make my journals, and I'm almost out, so I had to get another one of that. I finally got some paint pens. So I got gold, black, and white because I figured those are very basic. I've been trying to do some writing on my art with just marker it, which does not work. So I finally got some paint pens to try. and then an orange Sharpie and a purple marker because I just every so often buy a pen to add to my collection, of course. I got this cute little travel journaling set, which I think was $4.50. So it looks like it has some paper clips to hold stuff in place, a little tiny scissors, a tiny little stapler, which will be really good for making little tiny things that need just tiny staples, tiny tape, and this is, I think, a pencil sharpener. So it's just a tiny little carry with me as I go craft kit, or I might even just, instead of being down here, if I'm ever upstairs, you know, maybe cooking or something while trying to craft, then I can just carry that instead of 50,000 other things. I got some new archival ink, and I got also a Jelly Roll metallic blue pen, more just for my regular journaling with that Jelly Roll pen. I love Jelly Roll pens. So yeah, I bought a ton of stuff yesterday, which is exciting. So today I want to, what do I want to do? Do I want to do the cover? Do I want to do some play there? Or do I want to do just a regular art page? And you know, it's always such a hard decision. But, you know, I think I'm going to just do a regular art page. I've been wanting to do one for a while. And, you know, I just want to throw some black on here to start. And then I think we'll see where to go from there. And you know what? I think I need to go find paintbrushes. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with some used and abused paintbrushes. And I think I've got a wax sheet on this side. I used to have a wax paper on the other side. Oh, there it is. And that's just to keep my pages from sticking to the next page so much. And I think I'm going to do a double. I've been doing my spreads a bit lately as like a half and half. I'll use this for the paint palette today. And as I talk, I'm kind of coming up with what I want to do. So I haven't used this yet, so we need to open this up. And I'm going to paint with the gesso because the black paint I have is on top of white gesso, because the black paint I have is very thin, just a dollar store paint that I've been playing with, and been painting so much I decided, you know, it's finally time to go buy myself some higher quality paints. And I'm going to use a bit of this red too. Nice thick acrylic red. Oh, I don't have to take the lid off. Apparently it's already open. I don't think I'll need much, so just try to put that back in there. There we go. Yeah, we'll just see what happens today. I might speed this up or something. Okay, I have an idea. And we're going to just see what happens with the idea today. Just go with how I feel, what comes to mind. So what I like to do, my real process isn't just about doing the image. It's about kind of doing some found poetry. I just love it, and giving it a background, you know, cutting out some words after, finding a poem from a page of an old book that I've torn apart to make another journal. And just having a good time with the paints and just feeling that brush move on the paper, the sound of it on the paper. Yeah, it's just good. It's a good distraction from the world and everything that's going on in the world, and just even from daily life and work, because my daily life right now is not art, which is not ideal. I mean, who wouldn't love to be a full-time artist, right? But going to the daily job, you know, gets you out and about and you see things, and then, you know, it makes you want to do some art. So really brings inspiration. And the times I have been a full-time writer, I do love it, but last year when I was a full-time writer, I had a difficult time because of COVID and being stuck at home, and I just couldn't get out of the house to find inspiration some days, and it was unfortunate. So then, you know, the writing was maybe at times a bit darker than I would have liked, and thankfully things are changing, and it's winter here where I live, very cold still, but it is finally warming up, which is fantastic. Much easier to get out and about and to want to do. I should use a smaller brush for smaller diamonds. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? I'm gonna have to switch brushes here right away. Put that one down. Use a smaller. So get some different details going on here. So just see what I can get done today. It's a quiet morning. Don't know how much time I have, you know. When you have a family and 2 cats, you never know what's gonna happen. I would not be surprised if one of my cats were to try jumping up on this painting. I love how this black gesso is great. It's so thick. The dollar store paint, to get this much darkness with the black, I would have had to have put on like 5 coats. So this black gesso is just awesome right now. It's just everything I wanted for, and I can't wait to do some background pages with the black gesso. That is going to be awesome, but we'll probably have to wait for another day. I like this messy diamond. Maybe I should make them all messy. Make them all a bit messier. Just playing around, having a good time. I have plans for something different to go up here. That's why the top is a little bit emptier at the moment than the base. Okay, loving it. Loving this. Now I want to find my sprays. I have a couple sprays. Be back again. All right, I think I finally got this unblocked, so try not to spray the desk too much. So this one never really sprays well. I'll just want to move this around anyway. Spreading it around. Put some gold on here. And also do the border. See what we can get going with the border here. Whoop. Maybe a bit too wet on that one. Just even that out by putting some black streaks elsewhere. And more gold over here maybe. And then water in here. I do. I just want water. Okay, usually what I like to do, throw water on. Make it wet, tip it up, get some nice drips going here, nice textures. I don't know if you can see that even. Let's try to get some drips going. There we go, get some nice strips going. Kind of gonna need this to dry a little bit, or I might just dab it. Sometimes dabbing it just gives you nice different texture. I just need to find something to dab it with. Okay, so I found just some tissue. I just need to cover these white spaces by picking up the extra and kind of spreading it around into these other places. So I'm really just going for a super messy background here. Super messy background. And then I wanted to try this to see if I can isolate my layers now without having to wait maybe super long to dry. Prime it quite a lot here. There we go. So now I'm going to have to wait for this to dry, but it's supposed to spray pretty nicely. I don't want to spray too much on. And then we'll just, it's kind of coming out all over my finger now. We're going to just dry that. Okay, and then I'm going to have to wait a little bit for this to dry before I can use this red that I am currently just smearing everywhere. So while that's drying, I'm going to find a page out of, this is the book I've been using, The Heroes by Kingsley. I think it's from like 1935 or something, but I've been using these sheets to do some found poetry. So I just pick a page and then I see what kind of poem I can make out of that page. So I don't have the entire background done, but that doesn't mean I can't try to find a poem already, and I might as well try these super mini scissors. See how well they cut. Oh, they seem like they're really sharp, don't they? So I usually just read through, like here's a nice sentence, through the moons and fens. Oh, sorry, through the moors and fens. I read that as moons. I love this book because it has very fantastic language. So for instance, and away through the moors and fens, day and night toward the bleak northwest, turning neither to the right hand nor the left, till he came to the unshapen land and the place which has no name. So I mean, I could take like that in entire section. But we're going to try to shorten it and see what we can. So through the moors and fens, neither to the right nor the left, the place which has no name. So I'm gonna start with that. Through the moors and fens. So I cut out the line. Yeah, these scissors are pretty sharp. They're working pretty good. And then these are eventually going to go on this page, but they're not going on right now. So neither to the right. And you don't have to use the words in order. You can cut the words out and use them any way you want. I like to try to keep them sometimes in order with longer sentences. This book works really well for that. Makes really nice. So then I wanted nor the left. So this sounds almost like directions, doesn't it? Through the moors and fens, neither to the right nor the left. Sounds like, you know, go straight. The place which has no name. I'm going to add more words here. I'm just going to stop and see how this is drying. So actually it's drying fairly quickly. I think I did a little bit thick there. So that's, blow on that. That part's not dry yet, but it's drying up over here. So that's good. Maybe by the time we're done cutting some of these out, it'll be dry. So through the moors and fens, neither to the right nor the left, the place which has no name. So then we can continue reading on. In dreams of the everlasting night. Oh, that sounds good. I like that. So, you know, you just pick whatever you like. Sometimes it makes sense when you get to the end of it. And sometimes I find it doesn't make sense in a logical way, but it sounds good. And sometimes that's all I want is just, you know, the repetition of the words and what I like the sound of, what hits my ear the right way. And when I flip back through my book, looking for inspiration for writing a story or a novel, or, you know, just to flip back through my art book because that's fun, I find something I like. So through the moors and fens, neither to the right nor the left, the place which has no name. In dreams of the everlasting night, by the shore of the freezing sea. Oh yeah, that's a great one there. Did you see that? By the shore of the freezing sea. So now the challenge is going to be finding our destiny by the end of this page. Oops, I hope I didn't chop half that F off, but sometimes that happens. That's fine. By the shore of the freezing sea. I'm just reading. And the bones in the ice cliff above their heads, they passed the eye from one to the other. Oh, it's talking about the fates. But for all that they could see, that they could not see, and they passed the tooth from one to the other. Oh, I kind of want to keep that for something later. So let's see if we can find something early. I'm thinking about maybe just going with the cold white winter moon. Moss upon the rocks. How about the cold white winter moon frosted the hair? Yeah, that sounds. Let's put that together and see how it sounds when we read the whole thing together. I just love putting words in my art. Oop, oh, you didn't see that. Oh, see, my cat's come to visit now. He loves to visit. What was I gonna say? Frosted the hair. All right, so what do we got? Can you see all that? Yeah, you can. Okay. Through the moors and fens, neither to the right nor the left, the place which has no name. In dreams of the everlasting night, by the shore of the freezing sea, the cold white winter moon frosted the hair. Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. I love it. I love how it sounds, and this is just a piece that I lost, but sometimes I keep it because it, you know, the bleak northwest could start a new one at some other point. So this whole book here is full of poems, found poems that I'm making from pages of this book, and my goal is to eventually kind of just finish this. So now with this background and reading that, I'm gonna do some more of my art or plan that I initially had here. So what I wanted to do then, I think the glue is more or less dry enough that this isn't going to smear too much. So what I wanted to do is a giant red heart above all these black diamonds, because I think what we need, oh, that's such a nice red, so beautiful. What we need in the world today is more love, understanding, and peaceful solutions. I'm just gonna put a little bit just right on there. Nice thick coat of red. And you know what? I'm probably gonna have to go give my cat, who's waiting patiently on my chair, his lunch. And I might let this dry while I feed him his lunch, and we'll come back and we'll finish this after lunch. And I'm already thinking that what I like from this poem that I think will fit in with the design that I'm already got going on are some labyrinth-like swirls, which, you know, I can probably do that before I even go have lunch. And I'm just gonna start doing a labyrinth-like pattern in the red. Apparently I'm gonna need more red. Oops, I just painted my computer monitor. Have to clean that up right away. Good thing this is just acrylic paint. You know, it's always a good idea to have a bigger space for painting. I do not, so my office, this is my painting board, and my office with the painting board down doubles as my art room sometimes, as does my kitchen. And yeah, it can get quite messy doing that, but acrylic, if you stick with acrylic, you can get it off. Even your computer monitor, which you can't quite see, but and then hopefully you can keep your boss from getting too mad when you bring that computer monitor back eventually when you're no longer ever working at home. So yeah. Oh, I love that. I love how these designs are coming out. Kind of very computery, Bitcoiny. The modern world. Bring that one really close into the heart here. And I'm going to drop it down a bit. Oh yeah. I'm gonna do something like it's coming in with the corners there too. Yeah, that's nice. Sometimes the paper bends a bit and then you get some nice texture. Yeah, I really like this, how this is coming along here. Just some kind of freehand. Do some different designs. You know, I want to make this heart a bit messy like I made the diamonds. Yeah, okay. I like that. So now I'm feeling like maybe definitely the poem's gonna go on. Maybe I want to put some other color or spray it. I usually put half on one page and half on the other with the poem. Maybe I'll use some of my new washi tape too. Oh, that would be nice because the colors from the new washi tape would really go with this. And maybe this one here would actually has that same kind of geometric design. So you know what, we can glue some of that down or spray it down, add some extra elements here, maybe in the alternate direction. Oh yeah, that would be great. Yeah, it's still a bit wet, so I think it'll hold on to the page nice because I sprayed it with this Mod Podge Ultra, and I think it's still a little bit wet. So this tape, sometimes washi's not that grippy, but this, I guess being a brand new roll, but also because I put that Mod Podge layer down, I think it's going to be nice and grippy. So we'll just put some wherever we feel like it needs a little bit. And I am not a big one on straight lines, as you can tell. My art very rarely has straight lines, and I don't really measure. I just go with the flow and kind of do. For me, art's just about the creative process, period. So I just go with my feeling, with my gut. I love texture. I just love play. There's very few things in today's world where you get to be messy. You know, we're always so worried about how we look and our presentation, and art is not that. Art is totally different. All right, this is looking really good with the washi tape on it. Loving it. I think maybe just a little one almost coming off the page right here. You can see where I previously numbered this book pages. Oh yeah, that looks great. Needs more layers, especially the borders. I have some stencils which I could use with maybe more black, because I feel like it really, to bring it together, should we use more black around the edge? I'm gonna go have a thought about that and then I'll be back. Okay, so keeping with my love theme, or love not war, pulled out my X and O stamps, and in the spirit of using more of my new things that I bought, I'm going to use my new archival ink in touching soil brown, which I think will go nice with this palette here. And I'm just gonna stamp a bunch of X's and O's on here, just kind of willy-nilly. Yeah, I know some people don't like it when the square shows up, but like I said, I am a messy, I like messy art. I like stuff that is colorful and all over the place, pulls the eye. I'm just trying to space out my O's because I'm gonna come in with the X's too. Yeah, I just want to put some in the middle, these white spaces. I have a bit too much white space going on. So we'll just cover up some of that white space. That's probably enough. Oh, it's an X. Let's get some kisses in there. Oh wait, no. The X is the hugs. I think X's are kisses because the O is the arms encircling the other person, right? And the O is, and the X is like the target of the lips, I think. Is that, if anybody knows, you know, put it in the comments. This is a pretty new channel. I said a while ago I put a video up and said I was going to do more vlogging, and you know, life just gets away from you and then you just don't have time to vlog, or I don't anyway. Some people have lots of time to vlog, but oh, I have like 2 jobs right now, family, cats. Yeah, these X's and O's are adding so much. It's great. Another great element here to layer on this. You can see that I'm getting paint on my stamp pad here. But, you know, whatever. I'll scrape it off or something. Yeah, how's that look? Am I missing any spots? Well, if I am, you can't tell me. No, I don't want one there. Do I want one there? Maybe right here. Yeah, perfect. I think we're pretty much ready for that poetry to go on. I just will wait till this is a bit drier. Although I got that new spray, so let's see how the spray works. I haven't tried spraying. So this was the first one. So the first part of the poem I'm going to put up here. So I'm going to spray. Oh yeah, that made it pretty wet, just a couple sprays. So kind of like rub it through and poke it down. We'll see how this adheres. I'm not sure. So then it was neither to the right. Oh, it wants to stick to my finger now more than the paper, nor the left. Make sure we get this place which has no name. Whoop! That definitely wants to stick to my fingers more than the paper. I think my classic Mod Podge with a paintbrush might work a bit better, but we'll leave that to dry and then we'll see how it does. And then the rest of these words, I'm going to put it down here on the bottom part of the heart here. You can see my pages aren't level, so it pools. It's pooling a bit. So then I think it was in dreams. Oh, I'm getting red on it, which is fine. Of the everlasting night, by the shore of the freezing sea, cold winter moon frosted the hair. I'm trying to use the clean part of my fingers to, or my, I don't know if I can fix that now. Yeah. Okay. That is just messing everything up over there. Do I have a clean finger? This one. A clean brush. That is not helping. Ah, you know, that's what happens sometimes. Looks cool. And then just gonna spray it. and then we'll come back and I'll see how well this has all sealed. Let's see if I want to do a hand paint Mod Podge layer. I have a feeling some of this is going to take a while to dry. And there we are. We're done. That's art day today. Thanks for playing. Bye.